Hey guys, and thank you for joining me for another channel update and live update. So it's been maybe 4 months, I think, since I uploaded a video and was really active on the channel. And basically what happened was I had filmed back in October. I had filmed 2 videos. One was a like vintage gaming, not going to say retro, but a vintage gaming haul that I ended up filming 3 times because it was never in focus properly. And the other was basically a longer and more involved version of this update vlog. The reason the gaming haul video still hasn't come out is because as I was editing the last, most recent version that was finally in focus, I realized there was a very high-pitched frequency that made it very unpleasant to listen to, and no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't edit it out, unfortunately. The reason you never saw the update vlog video was because, well, honestly, one of the biggest points in that video that I was talking about suddenly came to the foreground and became a lot more important in my life, and I had to deal with that, as opposed to what I said in my attempted video was that I was going to try and get it done and at a later date and sort of put it off. But unfortunately, as soon as I recorded that video, basically the issue that I was talking about came a lot more pressing, and I had to deal with it then and there. So basically what happened was I was working on this project for a team, and I hadn't been paid. I had no proper deadline, no proper guidance, and no help. And it was in a field that I was interested in once upon a time, but I'm not really interested in that anymore. So I'd been sort of putting it off, and the work involved wasn't particularly engaging. So I was just having an all-round unpleasant time with it, basically. So I was going to try and leave that project. I wasn't in a contract or anything, so it would have soured some opinions. But at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself. If there's no benefits to it, if there's no benefits for you, if there's largely no benefits for the other person, sometimes you just call it quits, But basically, as I finished recording that, the weekend of, suddenly the team that I was helping, or the team that I was working for, they decided that they wanted the work to be done within the month. So that was a week before the end of October. And he's like, yeah, I really need it before the end of November. I'm like, so you've given me no guidance, no payment, no specs, and you want it finished within a month. Okay, great. And so I basically disappeared from everything else. I stopped working on everything. I stopped playing games. Almost every free moment I had, I dedicated to working on this project, and it was grueling at the start. Towards the end, it got pretty fun. Then we get to, so that was about 3 weeks of work, so we're 3 weeks into November. then I get told that we need it by the 1st of December, basically. And of course, I start basically full-time work at my actual paying job because it's the Christmas season now. And, 30 plus hours a week. And then and it's like late shift as well. I work till 10 p.m. And then I'm still expected to be getting this done in the busiest time of year for no money so far, So basically what happened was I ended up neglecting all of my hobbies and social life and games and stuff just to try and get this stupid project done. And on the last day of November, I stay up all night to get it done. Pretty damn polished. It's not like it was rushed, but it didn't look rushed because I, put a lot of time and effort into it over the 4 weeks. I get it done, but I stay up all night and I submit it at 9 a.m. and go to bed for the first time at about 10 or 11 a.m. And the response I get back is, "Oh yeah, I'm busy for the next couple of days, but I'll get a look at it soon." So I wasn't particularly thrilled with that because I was made to believe that this project was of utmost importance and urgent. So I, make it my priority. I give up a night of healthy sleep to get this thing done, and wasn't that important. Anyway, they looked at it. I got some notes of things that I have to fix, that I still have to fix. And I was told, "Oh, there's no rush. We can do it after the sales. So after the Christmas sales is probably a better time to release this project." I'm like, why was I forcing myself so hard to get it done at the start of Christmas? At the start of December. So it was a very unpleasant time. But on the plus side, all of the main work is done. I'm just doing bug fixes and optimizations and slight changes. And it'll be basically good to release after that, I think. So the hardest work is definitely done. The worst of it's behind me. And above all else, this did teach me that I don't like this team that I'm working for. And I think it would be best for us to part ways after I submit the final version of the project. And I will be getting paid. We came to an agreement, so don't worry about that. But yeah, the biggest lesson I learned is that I don't want to do this work, and I especially don't want to do this work for people like the group that I'm doing this work for. It's just too disorganized, too stressful, and not at all worth it, basically. So, yeah, that was the biggest point from the first video that I tried to record. Other things I can't really remember. They were important back then. It was stuff that I was talking about, like reasons why my motivation has been so low for this channel and for doing YouTube, which I guess I can lightly go over. They're not as important anymore. Having so much time to think. So basically, a lot of it was to do with confidence and bad decision making, and there's a lot of things, but bad decision making, for example. A lot of the times, instead of working on a video or filming a video or editing, I would load up Overwatch and just play that for hours and hours and hours. Or if it wasn't Overwatch, it was anything basically. And because it was just more gratifying, playing Overwatch and having fun for the most part, making good plays, doing exciting things, than it was filming, 40 minutes of games that I didn't like Pokemon Moon. I got so sick of Pokemon Moon. And then editing that again. Editing sometimes take me a whole week, or not like a week straight, but on and off over the week to edit one Pokemon video, because it goes for 40, 50, 60 minutes. And to only get very few views, what I consider to be few, in relation to other videos and, subscriber count. It was a bit demoralising, and I know that's not on you guys, that's on myself, because if, the series isn't worth watching, then people aren't going to watch it, so that's kind of on me. But there was that, and then things like some of my highest viewed videos being ones that I wasn't putting much of myself into, or wasn't very original, like the Game of Thrones reading, which everyone loves, and I'm glad people enjoy those videos. But it's hard not to take it personally when, things that you are making up or creating, or, inserting some of your own personality into, don't do as well as you just sitting there reading the creative works of someone else. It's hard not to let that get to you. So I was dealing with that a lot. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad people enjoy those, but at the end of the day, it wasn't really my work, and it was kind of illegal. And that's kind of like the confidence thing where, it's already hard seeing a series that I put a lot of work into, like Pokemon and stuff, that aren't, original creative works, and they don't do very well. It's like, yeah, well, I wasn't trying my hardest in this, I did try my hardest with editing, but I wasn't being creative, I wasn't being super tingly, I wasn't working to my full potential. And then if I were to do that on a video, and it got the same, reaction, or not one that I was expecting, that would be hard to deal with, that would be, devastating, I guess. And so I'm always in my head, I'm like, oh, I could do a roleplay and it'd be fun, it'd do way better than a lot of these Let's Plays and stuff. I just have to do it, if I want views and subscribers, that's all I have to do, is be more original, be more unique. But then if it didn't work, if reality didn't meet my expectations, that would be hard to face. So I think that's why I haven't done a lot, and that's nothing on viewers or subscribers. That's ultimately up to me. I should be making content that I want to make, that makes me happy, that makes me proud to put that up. And I was a lot more articulate when I had this planned out the first time I shot the video, but I guess a lot of this doesn't matter much anymore because I've had so much time to think. So I guess this is basically the too long didn't watch section. So yeah, if you skipped here, I've been gone because I had to suddenly work on a project for someone that, as it turns out, didn't even need the project finished by the date they gave me. And as a result, I'm still working on said project, but it's now in the background because I've done a majority of the work. Other contributing factors to my absence and slow uploads before October were, lack of confidence in my abilities and my content, and sort of getting stuck, having a bit of a rut, getting stuck in a rut. And so I guess what I just wanted to wrap up with was what to look forward to in 2019. So I have big plans for the future of the channel now, that I have a bit more free time and I won't be taking on projects for people that I don't like. So there's going to be an update to some graphics, like the intro, the channel art, possibly the credits at the end, or the outro. After Pokemon Moon and Zelda and Whisper of Ice and Fire are finished. Those are like the last 3 shows that I want to finish before I move on to this new wave. We'll be playing 1 or 2 new games that I'm actually going to be happy to play with and won't take 4 years to finish. I'm going to make sure I record those and edit them and upload them frequently. And I'm going to look into a Patreon page at some stage, just to experiment to see how like essentially selling a series would go for Patreon tier, say like $3 to $5, and here's a whole season of, say, like a Pokemon Nuzlocke or some Let's Play or something, a TV show review or something like that, where all the episodes would be pre-made before the Patreon page goes live, so I'm not like milking people for money over 2 years off like a Pokemon Moon series or anything like that. But yeah, I'm going to be filming a lot, hopefully over the coming weeks, because I have to refilm my vintage game haul video with some new additions, because I've been shopping a lot over the past 4 or 5 months. I have a Christmas video or 2 coming up, which I know is already late, but I was working pretty hard, so better late than never. But yeah, there'll be like 1 or 2 Christmas videos, I haven't decided yet, with something that's here in front of me that I won't give away just yet. And yeah, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who's been supporting me and leaving comments in my absence and wishing me happy holidays when I wished it to everyone on my YouTube posts and tweets. I've been thinking about this channel basically every day since October and how much I just wanted to work on this and not do other projects that don't make me happy. But yeah, over the coming weeks things are finally going to be getting back to normal as my work routine sorts itself out. I did get a new housemate who moved in, so hopefully that doesn't affect things too much, but we'll make the best of what we can. So yeah, so this ended up being a bit more of a ramble than I originally had filmed, but I think that kind of works better because sometimes it's better to just have a casual chat with one another. But yeah, that's where I've been. I hope you've all been well. I'm excited to get some new fresh content out. So thank you for joining me, and I certainly hope to see you very soon in the next video.